Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just recorded a video in the same spot, same shirt, same everything. I was about to change, but it's kind of like a fertility series. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this while it was still fresh in my brain before my next appointment. So this one is going to be about going to see a fertility specialist. Yes. In my last video, I talked about fertility supplements that I've been taking and how my body reacted to them. So month 2, I want to say, on the fertility supplement, and I had a video about this. I had a super heavy menstrual flow, which kind of freaked me out and sent me to the emergency room, because they always say if you were going through more than one pad every hour, that is too much blood. So I went, because that was definitely the case for me. I had to be on a puppy pad on the bed. It was just a whole lot of blood. So I got kind of nervous, but they were like, oh, it's heavy, but it's not dangerously heavy. Flash forward to this most recent menstrual cycle in October. It started and my period cramps were almost unbearable. I was on my way to work and I had to turn around and drive back home because I was in so much pain. It was so much pain that I felt like I was in labor again. And my normal menstrual cycles are not that painful. Before having my child, Amir, my first child, they would be bad, but not as bad as they were this time a few weeks ago. So I was kind of concerned. I was literally in fetal positions trying to help the pain. The only thing that helped was a really hot bath, and I stayed in there for, I want to say, an hour, because I was in so much pain. That was the only thing that helped that day. It kind of subsided throughout the day, but that morning was pretty bad. I thought I was going to go to the ER, but I was kind of sick of going to the doctors and them just telling me, oh, it's your hormones, you need to go on birth control and all this stuff. So I was frustrated. I talked to my husband, and yes, he was right. He mentioned, oh, have you tried everything that was recommended to you? And I'm like, yeah, I tried this and blah, blah, blah. I had not been exercising. That's one thing. And I had not gone to a fertility specialist because I was nervous about the price of everything. So on my birthday, which was October 19th, which was a Friday, so it was almost exactly 1 week ago from me recording this video today, I made an appointment with a fertility specialist here in the DFW area. I might give them a shout out later, like after I'm done going to them, for like privacy reasons, I guess. I don't know. And he was really awesome. Shout out to him, Dr. Patel. He's awesome. Only saw him one time so far, but I liked him. He was great. So it started off with just kind of the consultation part, talking to us when we wanted to have children, all that stuff. Amir's about to be 5 next year, so I don't want them to be too spread apart. So I told him I didn't mind. So I told the doctor I didn't mind starting soon. Neither did my husband. And he started off with an ultrasound, checked my ovaries, and he kind of explained PCOS to me as I'm born with more eggs than the average woman. So the eggs kind of fight each other for nutrients, and they end up growing, forming the cysts and everything, and then they burst, which will cause the pain. And also the average woman will release 12 eggs a 12 eggs a year, and I am only releasing 3 to 4. So when I did end up pregnant, my body just happened to be releasing an egg that month. And when I got pregnant with my son, I don't know if I mentioned this before, I hadn't had a period for like 3 months. So I didn't know when I would be even fertile that time because I wasn't having a cycle. So he explained that to me. That made me feel better. He said it's kind of an easy fix pretty much. But when he did my exam and my ultrasound, he realized that I had just released an egg. I had no idea. So using those little period tracker apps aren't always the best, because according to my apps, I was supposed to be ovulating like a week after that. And I kind of thought they were off because I was using ovulation strips. And I felt like my ovulation strips, when I was using them consistently, it was telling me that I was ovulating at the time I felt like my body was, when my chest was sore, like my breasts were sore and things like that. So I was right, that I was wrong. So don't always, I guess I should say, kind of take those apps and things like that with a grain of salt, and maybe do like basal body temp and all that stuff. I didn't do basal body temp, but I used those little ovulation L8 strips. So yeah, if you're doing the same thing, make sure you use more than one method maybe, or do the body temp, because I heard the body temp is more accurate. The basal body temperature tracking is way more accurate. So since he said my body had recently released an egg, he was saying that he's going to put me on this hormone supplement. I guess it would be called a hormone supplement, to help my body to conceive. Since I just released an egg and everything like that, I'm just going to show you like this. He prescribed me progesterone pills. There's still more in here. And he wanted me to take them for 12 days. So I was taking them for 12 days. At the end of the 12 days, I would either get my menstrual cycle or I would be pregnant. So how many days do I have left on this? I have 5 pills left. I have to take it at night. So after today, I will have 4 days left. So Halloween, I will find out if I am pregnant or if I will need to take basically the first step of my fertility journey. So a little anxious for these next 4 days. I'm hopeful, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, taking these for a few more days, and it's just going to help my body to hopefully make a hospitable environment for a little fetus. So down to the good stuff. What he did next was he had me do a blood panel. I don't think I can show you this fully because it has my information on it, I believe. So yeah, I'm not going to fully show you, but he did a blood panel testing all my stuff. He tested for Hep B. If you ever had a child, you know that they test for hepatitis B and C, HIV, all that stuff. They test for that in the beginning before you, like at your first prenatal, like not prenatal. Is it prenatal? Yeah, at your first like prenatal appointments to make sure everything's good. Of course, that was all night. I shouldn't say of course, but that was. Okay, so my camera was rude and just overheated, and I kind of remember where I was left off, but let's try this again. Oh, sorry. They checked my thyroid levels and everything. Everything was fine. They called me back. They're really awesome. They called me back on, I want to say Tuesday. They called me, letting me know my levels were good. No, they called me on Wednesday, sorry, letting me know my levels were good. So I appreciated that, because I've had other doctors that say they're going to call me in a week or so, and it ends up being like 2 or 3 weeks, and if everything is good, they definitely don't call. They just put it on the little online portal. So I definitely appreciated them doing that. The third thing they did last Friday was a semen analysis. I don't know why I said it like that, but it makes me laugh because he was so uncomfortable with having to do that. He didn't know he had to do that. I had a feeling he might, but he didn't know. So he had to go in the little room, give a little sample to check his sperm motility, density, and all that good stuff. And they called on they called on Tuesday and let us know all of his spermies were swimming well, and he's good. So his swimmers are good. We just gotta get my uterus in check. That's it. And my eggies. So if I am not pregnant after the 12 days of being on the progesterone pill, so in 4 more days, if I have not conceived, we will start the super ovulation induction, as he put it on this lovely diagram that I'm going to show you, because he put it in this diagram to help explain it to us, and I definitely appreciate that because I'm very visual. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? You can kind of see it. He's great for this. Menses is going to start, and then we will do the ultrasound to make sure there are no cysts, and then they were going to give me letrozole, which he said is the, I guess, proper name for a drug called Femera, which helps your body, a drug called Femera. Sorry, this is a lot of information. I'm trying to keep it all straight for you. Okay, 4 more days if I'm not pregnant. Oh God, 4 more days if I'm not pregnant. menses will start. My menstrual cycle will start. And I will get an ultrasound, rule out any cysts, and then I will get letrozole, which is another name, I guess, for a drug called Femera. And it will help my eggies grow. Get those eggies growing. And then I will go back in a couple more days for another ultrasound. And I will get a trigger shot. So I have to give myself a shot in my abdomen. I'm not doing it because I hate needles. So I'm going to have Isaiah give me a shot in my abdomen. And that will help release the eggs. And then a few days later, I'll, of course, I guess, be baby dancing, as they like to say in the fertility world, to try to catch that egg that the trigger shot helped release. And day 28, we take a pregnancy test. So, yeah. Oh, and then at that second ultrasound, he will count how many eggs I have and how big the eggs have gotten to make sure everything is good. And at that, I think, I want to say either first or second ultrasound, they have to do this test. I think it's called the HSG test. That's what he wrote. I can't remember what it stands for. And they're going to put a dye in my fallopian tubes to make sure there are no kinks or knots or any blockages in my fallopian tubes to make sure that everything can do this the right way. So, yes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little nervous. I hate needles, and trying to do, like, give myself a shot at home. Oh my gosh. So Isaiah's gonna have to do that one, take one for the team. Whew. Yes. Nervous. If you know anything about fertility drugs, Femera can give you a higher chance of getting multiples. I don't mind if we end up with multiples. It's whatever God blesses us with. I will be grateful for. Of course, having 2 babies at once or 3 is a little more stressful. So, of course, makes us a little nervous. But whatever is in the books for us, God knows the best and what we can deal with. So, looking forward to finding out what happens in the next 4 days. And then after my first round of the super ovulation induction with Femera and all that stuff. I'm assuming that after the first round, if it doesn't take, then we would just do multiple rounds. I don't know. And I just kind of want to document this journey, because if you look up fertility issues and all this stuff, usually you don't see a lot of women of color, a lot of Black women doing this. So I just kind of wanted to document it, let you guys know. So I don't know, maybe you're looking into this and you don't know the different things or how much it costs, and we don't have that much money. Like, we're not, I shouldn't say it like that, we're not rich or anything like that. Like, I thought this stuff cost a lot of money. It's not as much as you think, especially if you have insurance. I think he said without insurance, all of this might cost $700 without any type of insurance. So I have insurance, so it's not as much. I'm just trying to be raw and honest with you all. And I definitely plan on giving you guys more updates. So this is definitely a series now, and letting you know what happens after the 4 days, if I get it, if I get my menstrual cycle, or if I am pregnant. Of course, that'll be a whole different series. But if I start that round of fertility treatments, how that goes after my second appointment and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, don't worry, there will be hair videos thrown in there too. This is just what's going on currently in my life. So I wanted to tell you all. Like I said, sorry, if you are interested in this type of stuff, make sure you comment down below, especially if you've gone through this. Let me know your experience, because I'm all ears. Or if you have any questions about it for me, leave them down below. And if there are questions that might come up for me later on in my journey with all of this, I will answer them in a video or later on personally to you. But yeah, ready for this. This is exciting. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. And subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos about my journey. And thanks for watching.